I want to just take you through a journey of what entrepreneurship means. I want you to take your pen or take whatever way you write. If you know you can write very fast. Remember again, entrepreneurs are folks who create things. They are people who live on their own terms. They see vision, they see dreams. They don't always fit in what other people want to do. They are a special group of people who have a passion for solving certain problems and then creating something that fixes that problem. And they start up their own business. They may still be in a 9-to-5 job, but they have this side hustle, which they are doing. They've thought of various side hustle ideas, and some of them bring it to life, others have not brought it to life. So today, before I go into the solid notes, 150 notes, I want to just show you, how do I know if I'm an entrepreneur? These 40 things will make you see. Some of them may contradict how you feel. That's the reason why you're on the Wealth Masterclass. It's essentially to help you begin to think, redirect your life in the direction of being exactly the person whom you should be. Number one, you are comfortable in isolation. Entrepreneurs are. Because sometimes your ideas isolate you. You don't fit in. Entrepreneurship requires nights alone, doing things that no one else can do. Requires moments alone and moments where you can motivate yourself without any assistance. You are an entrepreneur. When you feel that way and you are so on fire with your ideas. Number two, entrepreneurs dream big. You can dream big and you can think big pictures. You can see what the future holds before it takes shape. Then you are an entrepreneur. An entrepreneur, number three, will tackle the small stuff because he sees the big results. That is an entrepreneur. He tackles the small stuff because he can see the big picture. Entrepreneurs know how to sweat the small stuff. They embrace the idea of doing the little things so they can achieve the bigger things. They bring everything together. Eventually, it forms. Number four, you're an entrepreneur when you wake up hungry to succeed. Do you know there are people who are just satisfied with where they are? They have no dreams, no ambitions. They wake up, they just flow with where they are. But if you're an entrepreneur, what some people look at your life and see as, oh my God, what a level of success. You are looking at it like, I need to create more value. I need to build things. I need to achieve goals. When people are not entrepreneurs, when they look at you and they see what you are doing, what they are saying is, they want to see what you can, what you want to achieve. And they wonder, why are you doing all this? We think you've done great already. You've already achieved. You've created value. Number five, entrepreneurs. Those who are literate, they read a lot. They are always inside books and books and books and books and books every day. They cannot see a title and not want it. They just want to learn something new because somebody captures an idea or an area you never saw. Somebody sees a thing you never saw. Somebody is captivated by a tiny area and they bring solution. They read a lot. The more you learn, the more you earn. You see, earning has a lot to do with learning. When you don't learn, you don't earn. There are those who are satisfied with the way things are until somebody else questions that things and learns how to do things differently. Number six, you value education over entertainment. When you go to the home of those who value entertainment, they are knee deep always in entertainment. If they don't go out for it, they are engrossed in it. On television, they only podcast, broadcast, they are into on their phone or anywhere is just the one that entertains. Netflix, Amazon Video, I don't know what they call it now, Prime Video, Netflix, Prime Video, etc., etc. Whereas if you are into education, your search is always for the mind to be stretched, either through various YouTube platforms, etc., etc., etc. Whether we're talking about TV or broadcast, entrepreneurs are more likely to consume content that helps them to grow better than that makes them laugh. Number 7, you don't mind being uncomfortable if you're an entrepreneur until you achieve what you want. You don't mind being uncomfortable because your passion, your hunger, your desire, particularly when you see master teachers or the atmosphere of learning. Number 8, if you are an entrepreneur, you are a student of history. You study those who have succeeded, those who have done well, those who have achieved, those who have made a difference. You are a student of history. The best entrepreneurs usually have someone who they look up to and aspire to emulate in every sphere. If you don't have that kind of picture in your mind of somebody who has achieved and you want to really be like them or more than them, then you will struggle. Next characteristic of an entrepreneur, number 9, is that you value hard work. You're not afraid of getting your hands dirty and putting in late nights. Hard work. Now listen to me. If you're on the Wealth Masterclass, you cannot really succeed if you do your business with a 9-to-5 mentality. Never forget, the 9-to-5 person works 40 hours a week. The entrepreneur, the person who wants to create millions, works 68 hours. One works 40, the other one works 68 hours. In other words, you put more hours. And your phone is not just for answering calls. It is for doing business. Your iPad is not just for watching movies. It's for reading books, for taking notes. It's for doing your business, your finances. It's for doing all the calculus. It's for capturing images of things you want to do and you want to learn. If you're an entrepreneur, the next thing, of course, is that you value smart work. The best entrepreneurs are willing to work hard, but they are also more focused at working smart. What is working smart? Working smart is the management of time, the management of systems, the management of persons. Working smart is not using your hours to do what somebody else could have done for you. I don't cut the grass in my house. Let somebody who is ready to earn that level cut it. When you are an entrepreneur, you are secure, you are confident. You are 2 things. You are confident and then you are secure. You are not insecure. Confident people have the ability to deliver value to their customers. They're not afraid. They are secure. Insecurity is something we extract everyone from. Listen, everybody experiences some degree of insecurity, so that you are the one who will have to rise above it. You are the one who will have to rise above it. Some people are insecure in the presence of greatness. Some people are insecure when a great challenge comes. But use your insecurity to fuel your passion for constant change. In the area where you feel, I'm insecure when it comes to public speaking, learn how to speak publicly. The next point of entrepreneurs is that they hate the status quo. The best entrepreneurs despise mediocrity. And sometimes I feel like slapping myself when I give room, space, opportunity to people who just look mediocre, regular, not wanting something bigger, greater, mightier for themselves to be around me or in my space. I like people who dream outside the box. I like people who see visions. I like people who they don't want to do the regular. They are not compressed into this is how it has always been done. Now you will always meet those kind of people, and you must push them just as they want to push you into their box. You must push them out of the box. It's going to become a competition. You must prepare words. You're going to employ staff that says, what's wrong with how we're doing it? What's wrong with how we've always done it? You're going to prepare yourself and those who are around you to know that you don't do status quo. You do vision, you do dreams, you do achieving. Number 14, you don't mind failure, or whatever number you got in your notes. You don't mind failure. Real entrepreneurs are not afraid to fail. They're not. They're not. In fact, they anticipate that, look, some things may not go the way they should go, but let's get to that bridge and see it fail. Then we know, okay, we didn't get that one right, we'll do it this way. One of the things I cannot stand in this world is for you to come and announce to me 10 negative things that happen. No. See the thing that happened and come with solutions. Come with solutions. See the things that happen to people and come with solutions. So entrepreneurs are not afraid to fall down or stumble, but they know when we fall, we rise again. Next point is when you are an entrepreneur, you just have like you have attention deficiency syndrome. It's like you have an attention deficiency syndrome because when people are talking to you, your mind is in 1,000 places. You are constantly thinking and wanting to keep moving. Some people they just love it. They wake up, they do the same thing every day. That's not an entrepreneur. An entrepreneur moves. His mind is everywhere. He's trying to calm himself down. He's trying to tell himself, hey, slow down. An entrepreneur lives in tomorrow. In 2 years' time, in 5 years' time. When you are an entrepreneur, you don't need to be liked. Somebody hates your entrepreneurial approach. Whenever you do anything that questions status quo, don't you ever think that everybody's clapping. For 10 claps, there are 2. For 10 claps, there are 2 people either. They may not come and confront you. Some will do. Entrepreneurs understand that they will often have to make decisions that ruffle feathers. It's challenging to become successful without really putting off some people. Next one. If you're an entrepreneur, because you're asking yourself, how do I know I'm an entrepreneur? You are passionate about problems. You're just passionate about a particular problem. Not all. Some people are passionate about image. Some are passionate about how clothes are. Some people are passionate about trees. You know, there are people who have dedicated their lives to the planting of more trees on earth. That's their vision. They don't want anything else. They just want trees, and more trees. Trees, everywhere trees, wherever trees. That's their vision. There are people who are passionate about the environment. They take it so hard, they study it. That's an entrepreneurial spirit. The best entrepreneurs see something they hate and are obsessed over solution. over solution. So this morning, you need to understand, if you are truly an entrepreneur, you don't just say, okay, I just want to make money. If you want to make money, you are a businessman, it's okay. But when you have an entrepreneurial mindset, you don't only make money, you find fulfillment in passionate dreams fulfilled. The next point, you can work from anywhere. You can work from anywhere if you're an entrepreneur. You can work from anywhere if you are an entrepreneur. In other words, you could go to nations as long as there's Wi-Fi and there are opportunities to be able to connect. You can work from anywhere if you're an entrepreneur. Entrepreneurs are ready. They work anywhere, whether it's on a plan or in the back of a cab. Entrepreneurs have the ability and understand the importance of being able to work from anywhere. I tell you, it was entrepreneurs that changed our world. They created the phone you and I use. So entrepreneurship is that passionate thing that makes you to truly feel fulfilled by touching your generation. Then entrepreneurs know this truth. They don't need to be liked. You know, when you are trying for everybody to like you, you are not an entrepreneur. You may be a businessman looking for people to like you. So please, this morning's session is so crucial that in the course of you doing business, whatever you're doing, selling properties or renting out, you don't try to make everybody like you. You do what is excellent. They like what you produce, but you are not really just courting their love. You are committed to achieving. And so you don't need to be liked. Entrepreneurs understand that they will often have to make decisions that will ruffle feathers. And it's challenging to become successful without creating that atmosphere where you keep your eyes. And then you can walk anywhere. And then the next one, entrepreneurs don't work well with authority. If you go to any nation, you just find that the persons who have been able to question government, challenge government, there are two sets, either activists, most times activists, forgive my French, are noisemakers, because if you give them the same responsibility, they criticize, they don't know how to manage it. Next thing about entrepreneurs is that they read newsletters, they subscribe to business newsletters, they subscribe to blogs that inform, that teach. Oh, every time I go through the airport, I'm looking for Harvard Business Journal every time. Then one time I was subscribing, I only stopped the subscription because I wasn't reading everything. I didn't have enough time anymore. Every time I go through, because sometimes I have, oh man, just one person writing something in that business journal. It just completely opens your eyes. I mean, we're talking of having the best brains in the world, writing on certain aspects that you may have not even thought about. So when you are constantly this way, your mind is stretched. Your mind is also, you are like a person going to a minefield and digging gold, because it doesn't take long for what you know to be dated. And if you're an entrepreneur, you go where you get the info that helps you. Then entrepreneurs love planning. They love planning. They don't just say, I just know that things will be okay. Things will be okay. Yeah. They love planning, and over planning, so that there is too much systems in place. There's an over adequate system in place. They plan every part of the business. They see the whole picture. They have a helicopter view. They take control over weekend plans and give direction to all those around them. And they show a sign of delegation leadership. Delegation and leadership. You do this, you do that, and everything synchronizes and comes together. They delegate and then they lead. They give some people things to do. That is delegation. They don't do everything. When you do everything, you are a hands-on leader. They delegate, but then they do the ones they need to do. Very key. Very key. Very key. Entrepreneurs are hustlers. They may not like that word, but they are hustlers. Somebody was greeting me during the week and said, how is hustle? Sometimes I say, I'm not a hustler, I'm a businessman. I said, I don't. So I responded, I said, I don't hustle. But really, technically, you hustle. What does that mean? You are not willing to be outworked under any situation. What does hustle mean? You are willing to make phone calls that make others nervous. You are willing to request meetings that others think will be rejected. You are willing to make a demand. You are willing to meet a person, meet them on site, meet them at the workshop, ask for things to happen. You are hustling. You are hustling. You are willing to say, look, you have to achieve this day. I don't need, but holidays come. Hey, holiday was made for men, not meant for holiday. I want my work done now. Hustle is inside you. You see the end result, the picture, the consequence, the impact, the blessing, the challenges. You are a hustler. You may not like that word, but the entrepreneurs embrace the hustle, the opportunities to make things happen, willing to work hard, and they are not willing to be outworked under any situation.